Welcome everyone, and thanks for coming back. It is Steve again, and today I have none other than Aaron Ash. Welcome, Aaron.
Awesome, brother.
Awesome, brother. Who is Aaron Ash? A lot of my friends don't know who he is in the United States. Aaron Ash is the owner and creator of Gorilla Food, and such an awesome restaurant. I've gone to raw restaurants around the United States and a few here in Vancouver, and I can tell you this one has got my heart big time. I mean, it's so good. And you know, Gorilla Food, that was the first thing I was attracted to, was Gorilla Food, because there's this whole thing of raw vegans or vegans eating rabbit food, and rabbit food would be like carrots and celery sticks and what people think vegans eat. And they have no idea the culinary expertise that has happened over the last few decades, where veganism now is like the fashizzle-manizzle. This is like we get down with food. Like, there's no holding back, there's no like restriction, or let's be a good, it's like, I just had some Jungle peanut butter cups that are like the new and improved Reese's peanut butter cup. And it doesn't make you feel like Reese's peanut butter cup after. It keeps you energized and amped. So I want to thank you so much for coming on my YouTube channel today and introducing yourself to my friends. And so Aaron, like, how did it get started? Were you into raw veganism before, or veganism before, and for how long, and what got Gorilla Food started?
Yeah, a lot of things, I guess, I would say. But yeah, I think it all came from my passion, my interest, my life eating organic and vegetarian, vegan foods. I know when I first decided to start eating vegetarian foods, that was around the same time that I discovered organic food and started to just consider all the food that I was eating and what was going into the growing of it, and just started thinking about food just in general, in a deeper way. And, and then that, along with thinking about ecology and the environment and social issues of like everything that vegetarian and organic food is the cure for, the solution to.
This is what we do. It's like, it seems like more and more of these high vibrational souls that I meet, they're looking to just better themselves and the planet. You know, there's one thing, like at first we want to like get on this diet. It's not a diet, you guys know that who watched my videos before. We get in this lifestyle and we do it for ourselves and we want to feel better and stuff. And then when we start to eat, at least for me, when I started to eat the fruits and vegetables, clear out everything I wasn't and became more and more of who I am, then I started to care about the environment and animals and things like that. Before it was just all about me and how can I get mine and this. And so there's this like love opening that I see, and I recognize it in you right away. I'm not interviewing him just because he has a good restaurant. There's other good restaurants and I have an interview, but I resonate with him and you can just tell. You know, when you meet someone, you just tell like that vibe, that high vibrational, pure energy vibe, you know, and it's like, and here you are. And so when you got started, when you were living in California for about 4 years, and then you came back up here and started to maybe hone your expertise and started, I think your book said you were like working out of the garage or something and delivering, and then now Gorilla Foods is one of the biggest raw food restaurants in Vancouver. It's epic.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and even before I went to California, that's when I became vegetarian. Okay. Yeah, I guess like you say, you just start to feel it and you start to just want to share it with people, and you realize like there's so many people that don't know yet, and you recognize that you grew up not knowing yet. You maybe had glimpses, or maybe you just didn't pay attention to it or whatever. And then you just start to want to share it with people. For me, I just started to realize what my nephew was going to be faced with eating, this like little jar of food from like maybe last year or something like that, and started to really think about food and what does the body need to create a person, a bigger person from when we were babies or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, then it was through traveling and through experiencing that it just came to be the thing I was most interested in, the most passionate about in the world, and I felt like it was the most important thing in the world, something that we all do every single day. So many times we're just eating and we're constantly making this choice to do good to ourselves and the planet, or we're choosing to destroy and hurt ourselves and the planet. And yeah, so I just wanted to make that as an option for people.
Yeah.
And I feel like we all want to make the best choices always, but it's not always so convenient. And so yeah, I just wanted to be there to share it with people and to make it an available thing.
Right on, and so that's the thing, it is about choices, and a lot of times when I grew up, I didn't really think I had a choice, I didn't think about options, I was just all about, okay, if a hamburger tastes good, I'm going to eat it. I didn't care how I felt afterwards, because that's just what food does. Food just makes you tired afterwards, you're tired, especially if you eat a lot, but I found that with raw, living foods, vegan foods, that the body just says yes. All of a sudden, after a meal, we can feel just as good as before the meal. And there's no sacrifice in taste. One of the things is I had this Bonobos Carnival sandwich, this epic, and my fiance Gina Silvestri and me, I remember last trip I was here, we came here 3 times in a row, 3 days in a row to have 3 of those. And then we just had, and then Reese's peanut butter, no, Reese's Jungle peanut butter cups are just oh my God, you can have the peanutty, chocolatey, hey, your chocolate hit my peanut butter. We had the commercial go back decades ago. It's just, we could get on with that and feel good about it. And more is happening. We're seeing more raw restaurants come up. More and more people like me shooting these videos, and more chefs, and all across the board, coaches, everything. Because more and more people are getting to see that natural food in their natural state, and when I say natural food in their natural state, there's no processing, the only processing that you do is really in the blender, the dehydrator, chopping, but when you go through the process of conventional foods, they're heating it, destroying it, chemicalizing it, all of this stuff that is just, it does something to us. Most of us don't even know we're doing it. We just accept it. Oh, I'm getting older. You know, you have the young vibe. You totally have the young vibe in you. I know I got the young vibe. And people around us, we just, when I started this, it was I lost 10, 15 years of my life, meaning the other way. Or gained 10 or 15 years. It's now I feel I'm 25, you know, and it's just my life is just beginning. There's so much to learn. And so, we're now in the location of the commercial kitchen, which is off-site. This is a new location where the success of Guerrilla Foods has now caused more of a demand where you can make more commercial and start delivering places and stuff like that. Do you have any plans with that? What do you want to, what is your vision? Imagine all the people, what would they be doing?
Yeah, I guess for me, my ultimate life, I think, is growing food and eating food from the land that I live on, and eliminating my need for gasoline and oil, and so that's the ultimate life to me. And I guess through this restaurant, I feel like it's the, I guess you could say it's the fundraiser for that land, it's the outlet for the food, it's the hub for the community.
Yes.
And we're doing this in the city because I love the city too, as much as I love the jungle. I love the concrete jungle.
Right on.
And I love the culture of the cities and that too as well. So I'm not running away from that entirely.
Nice.
But I guess this building right here, I envision to have it off the grid and with solar panels, and to have the greenhouse on the roof, and to be growing all kinds of food within the city here, and to be supporting the local agriculture that is happening here in Vancouver that's really booming.
Yes.
And I envision sharing education, sharing classes, people like you to be able to come here and share your message and to teach people that haven't heard yet that eating healthy food is to like make your life so much better. And I guess that's part of the vision.
Well, so like me doing classes here, one of the things I came up to Aaron and said, hey, I could do classes. And a lot of times I do classes and people are like, yeah, let's do classes, this. And I really loved how you didn't say yes right away. You wanted to like talk to me and just find out where my vibe, what I'm about, to see if it was in alignment with Gorilla Food. Because this is your baby. And I love that so much. We don't just want anybody. You guys know, I don't interview anybody. Anyone who's interviewed on they're like awesome people. That's just it. There's no question about it. There's no like, I don't have fillers or people who I just need to post a video. These are people that are light beings like yourself, and I'm honored to meet you and get to taste your culinary like art. I mean, it really is awesome. It really is. I mean, the sandwich, you would have already seen a picture. I'm going to probably put a picture up of your sandwich, the Bonobos Carnival sandwich. And there's so many things. There's not just those two things, but there's the green curry nice bowl, not rice, but nice bowl. Did I say that right?
You did,
yeah. And I mean, everything that I've had here is awesome because natural food in their natural state is so awesome. All the processed food companies, all the pharmaceuticals, all of them are copying nature anyway. That's what they're doing. They're trying to like say, okay, we're going to make this a little sweeter. Well, there's nothing sweeter than fruit. And we can get into fake sugar and talk about high fructose, but I'm talking about like real sugar, the kind that satiates us. And then real salts, sea salts, and sea vegetables that have those salts in it, and the good salt. You know, and then the healthy fats and raw fats are so much healthier than when you start to cook a fat and change the chemistry. And then we're not dealing with stuff like meat or milk that is mucus forming or acid forming that causes us to build mucus and has this whole host of diseases and illnesses. We could just live free like we're kids again. It's like, my whole message is like, try it. If you try it one time, if you go to the right restaurant and you try it, you're going to be like, what? This is what? This is raw vegan? And it's like, and people like you just blow the whole myth out of rabbit food, celery and carrot sticks. We're on a diet. All of that is like such, like, that's what people think. And it's like, who can mess with a gorilla? They can bench press. It's estimated a gorilla can bench press 3,500 pounds. Where does he get his protein, right? The number one question that raw vegans get is, where do you get your protein? And so gorillas, you know, go ask a gorilla where he gets his protein. You know, he's eating a Bonobos Carnival sandwich in some simplified form. You know, just eating nuts and seeds and fruits and veggies and especially green leaves. And so it's really awesome to be like part of this with you and to share your message. How can people get in contact with you? How can they get your book? I got his book, and his book is freaking awesome. He lays all his recipes out. Some restaurants, they tell you their secrets. He lays it all out. He's just transparent. Here it is. Do what you will with it, knowing that the universe is going to take care of you. I already know that about you without even asking.
It's an experiment, I guess.
Right. One big life experiment. So awesome. So how can they get a hold of you?
I guess through the website, gorillafood.com.
Yeah.
Facebook, use that a little bit. I guess all the channels, Twitter, Gorilla Food.
And
I guess those are probably the spots on Gorilla Food. Facebook.
Great.
My name on Facebook.
Aaron Ash, you'll see it on the YouTube down below. Look down below, you'll see his name. And so I know a lot of people out there don't go to Vancouver. And so a lot of people are going to say, I want him to open up one near my neck of the woods. Do you have any plans for bringing this across the world? That's a big question.
Yeah, you know, if it's guided, if it's I really feel passionate about spreading vegetarian, vegan, and organic and raw foods and sustainable lifestyles, and yeah, if it's meant to be, I feel like it's going to happen. I want to help assist it.
Yes.
It's meant to be.
So awesome. Well, brother, it's an honor to interview you, and I thank you, brother. Until the next time, bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Namaste.